Welcome back, guys. So today I'm going to show you how to hack steel mounting. The first thing that we want to, there's some links here, don't pay attention to them now, we're going to cover them. So the first thing I did is I created a directory called TryHackMe under inside a steel mountains, okay? Then I ran an mmap scan. I did basic mmap scan here. This one basically, I believe, attempts to determine the version. This one it scans for open ports. This one is for OS detections and execution of built-in scripts, and this is the speed. Okay, so it came back already, so let me do that. Let me see what's going on here. So it says that we have TCP open, and we're running Microsoft Windows Server 2008. We have this open, which is interesting, and we have this one open here, the HTTP file server. So we can look into this. Okay, let's go to the website and see what is in the website. Let me copy the IP address again, and let's go here using port 80. Alright, so there you go. That's the employee of the month. Alright, let's go port 8080. So let's view source here. So Bill Harper is the employee of the month. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to port 8080, investigate what's going on there. Okay, so we have a HTTP file server 2.3. So we can go ahead and enumerate on that. Let's see if our Metasploit has something with this. Okay, so let's just go to that route first before we do it manually and start looking. So let's do MSF console. Alright. Let's search for HTTP file server. Okay, it's a lot of things. That's not what we want. Let's search for HTTP file server. Let's see if we can find something like that. Too much information. So the less specific that we have, sometimes the less specific that we are, the better it is, the exploit. So here we can see that Rigetto HTTP file server remote command execution. Okay, that's what we want. So we want to keep a note on this. Okay, so let me copy that. Let's open, go back here. Let me open a window, a new terminal. And let me create horizontal, split vertical, split vertical. Okay. Let me change directory to TryHackMe, steel mounting. So let me copy that. Okay, so we're gonna use these exploits here. Let me go back and open Sublime, and let's just put nodes.txt, and let me paste that information that we have here. So we got this information here. So let's paste that here. Okay, perfect. Let's use that. So use 0 because it's the number here. So I use 0 instead of putting this whole thing. I just put that. Then we check options. what do we have in options? Okay, what is that we need? We need an R host, which is the target host. We need an R port, which is the target port, which is 8080, so we have to change that. Localhost, network interface to listen on. Okay. The local port, it has to be different. It has to be like 8081 or whatever port you want. And then the target, we leave it like that. And I have to change my localhost because that's not my localhost for this machine. So I do IP address, and this is my localhost right here. So copy selection. So let me do that now. So put set a host and then the IP. Okay, so let's start from the top. So set our host is going to be this one. Okay, then set our port, which is the target port, which is 8080, which is this port right here. This port right here. Okay. Then we're gonna do set SRV port. Let's do 8083. And what else? I think that's it. Let's do options again. It's verified. Okay. Let's see if this is gonna run. Just put exploit or run, whatever command you want to choose. Alright, we have a Metasploit session. So let's see who we are. Alright, good. Let me split this. Okay, vertically. Let me change directory. Okay, so what's our next move? Okay, our next thing is to see what let's see if we can gather some privilege. Okay, well, before we do that, we're gonna let's see if we're running PowerShell, because if we are, we can go ahead and use the power up. Okay, so let's search for power up. Google.com power up.ps1 GitHub. Okay, so here, so power up. So we want to use this one, the power exploit. Okay, perfect. I think it's gonna be on the privilege SC. Should be, yeah, it's right here. Yeah, so I'll show you how to download this now. Hold on, there you go. No, I don't want to show you that yet. Let me close this. So many things open. Okay, let's jump into a shell and let's do PowerShell. See if we're running it. PowerShell Windows 2013. Okay, so perhaps we can use PowerUp. So let's go over here and let's read a little bit about it. PowerShell is a collection of Microsoft PowerShell modules that can be used to aid penetration tests during all phases of assessment. PowerShell is comprised of the following modules as a script. Okay, perfect. So we can do that. So what I would do is I would get the code, copy it here, okay, then go back and then change directory. You split it horizontally. We change directory to an opt. Okay, and there I would do sudo get clone, and then I would paste the address. Okay, and you can get it. Let me see, I already have it, so it already exists. Okay, so I'm not gonna. You can go ahead and download it if you haven't installed it yet. So the next thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna upload it. So I'm gonna exit here, go back to Meterpreter. Oh, it's one wrong. Let me open another MSF console here, just in case. I'll put yes. Okay, there you go. So we went back to Interpreter, and we're gonna go ahead and upload the power up. Now first, let me locate. So I noticed in up, but I'm gonna go back and change directory again to try to home. TryHackMe, Steel Mountain. Okay, and I'm gonna put locate power up that PS1. Alright, so this is where it's gonna be located. This is where I have it too. This location is where there is but this is where I have it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move it. So I'm gonna copy it. I'm gonna copy this location to the present directory, which is a dot. Okay, so ls, you should see it right here. You see it in your present directory. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and upload it. So we're gonna do upload. Let's use home. So for me, it's gonna be home Cali TryHackMe Steel Mountain, and then power up. Okay. Okay, so we already loaded. So let's load the PowerShell. PowerShell load. And let's go ahead and open a PowerShell shell. Sorry, it's PowerShell shell. Okay, so let's see our directory. What do we have here? So we have power up. This is where it dropped us in. So this is what we need. So we need to load that up. So what we can do is dot backslash power up at PS1. I think I have to do pot dot period space then power up at PS1. There you go. You have to have a space. Okay. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna check for services. So we're gonna type a command. It's called invoke all checks. Alright, so what we're looking for here is something that says can restart. Can this service restart? And the only ones that, if you look at it, a lot of them says false. So false, false, false. Let me scroll it up. False, false, false. False, false, false. True. So this one can. So let's go ahead and do advanced care system. That's something that what we're gonna do is we're gonna restart it. So we're gonna have to, let's look what is in here first, because this location, where is that? So let's make a note of that. Go to Sublime, make a note of that. Okay, service here. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop into a, gonna exit here. I think it's Control C. Say yes. Drop into a shell. Okay. And then I want to go to this location right here. So we're gonna change directory, parentheses, okay, so dirt. Okay, so we have this advanced system care. The quotations mark are created for so you can recognize the space right here. So it lets us to change the directory. Okay, let's go ahead and let's find more information about the exploit, because it looks like we can restart this service. So what we can do is we can find more information about this one right here. So let's see what we can find online. I already looked at it. So this is going to be the IOB Advanced System Care. Basically what it tells you is that an IOBIT Advanced System Care installs a service with an unquoted service path to properly exploit its vulnerability. The local attacker must insert an executable file in the path of the service. So we have to insert an executable file. Upon restart our system reboot, the malicious code will run with elevated privilege. So you have to run it either in between this one or after here. Okay, so we either run the executable, it has to be named advanced. Either we put it there in that location, or we go backtrack and put it here in this location. Either way, so we have to create that first. So how do we create that? Well, we have to use MSF Benin. Okay, so let me create one right here. Since I'm already here, let me go ahead and create one. So the way you do it is MSF Benin, then P for the payload. We're gonna use a Windows shell reverse TCP, then lhost. It's gonna be my local IP address. It went away. Okay. Then it's gonna be a local port, and this one I'm gonna use 4443. Then we're gonna use the file format is exe, and then the output is going to be advanced at exe. It has to be named advanced, okay? And I think I missed something here. I have to put sudo. Okay, so does it have to be advanced? Let me verify it here. Okay, so yeah. This website tells you more about the service control. So the service, the key name of the service is often but not always the same as displays name shown in the control panel. So this is the command service on the options. So we're gonna use stop and start. Okay, those are the commands that we're gonna use. Alright, so we created it. Let's see, ls/lah. So we have it here. Now we need to get it into the machine. Okay, so how do we get it into the machine? Well, we already have our location is already there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create an HTTP server. So the way we do is we do sudo python.m simple HTTP server and then port 80. Okay, so we're gonna put the password here. So we have it there already. Okay, perfect. So now what is it that we have to do? We have to get that file. So I'm gonna use, there's this great website that I found, and it has a bunch of ways of how to do file transfers. So we're looking for Windows here. So I'm gonna use this format right here. Okay, so the format is going to be cert util.exe URL cache split f http, then my IP address, which I said it was okay, then it's gonna be port 80, and then the name is advanced.exe. Alright, so you got it. You see how I got it from here? Alright, perfect. So now the next thing that we have to do is stop the service. So, but before we do that, let's go ahead and create a netcat, a listener. Okay, and it's gonna be in port 4443, that was our local. Alright, perfect. So we're gonna, I think I didn't stop it. Let me go ahead and stop it. It's advanced system care service 9. Sorry, it's SC, stop the servers first. Advanced system care service 9. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead let's go ahead and execute the file, the advanced file. So let's do cmd /c, and then it's advanced.exe cmd fast. Okay, let's see, we got a shell that we want. Now we still build, so this is not what we want. Okay, let me take out of here. Let me clear it here. No, I can't clear it. Okay. So let's go ahead and start the service. So let me jump into a shell. Okay, drop me there. Let me go back and change directory. Let me start the service. Maybe that's what. Let me have a netcat listener open. So let me do a vertical here and horizontal. Okay, so let's sc start, and then it's advanced. What is it? Advanced System Care Service 9. I think what happens is that when you stop it and you load it, it's gonna be on the path of the executable that it needs. So once we start it, it should come back and listen to it. There you go. Now we see it here. So who am I? Your N authority. So once you're in authority, then you can change directory and to desktop and find your root file or your user file as well. So that's how you do it using Meterpreter and MSF console Metasploit.